wait a second. That's the kicked in. Yeah. All right. We'll start off in a nice chill morning. Levi, you're the first one down from for breakfast. Figured that was happening. And you're there alone, or you kind of found yourself waking up early, and as you get down there, you find Illian, who is sitting there in the open room. He has been drinking for a while. You can see a handful of empty mugs around him. He must have come in really late and stayed up through the night in the great room down there. And he's just kind of mumbling to himself and drinking. Oh, hey, Levi, how are you?
Illian, you sound completely different than you ever sounded before. Almost as someone else was piloting you.
Maybe I can't tell right now.
What? I haven't seen you in quite a while.
Well, I got it. I got something to work. It was really kind of amazing, you know. I made something. I made this, and he'll pull out a rat from his pocket, and the rat has an extra pair of arms, and the rat basically sits back, and the hands kind of fold together. And
that's impressive that it survived.
Yeah, right. I had a burp. I had to do a little, experimenting, and he'll show his arm with the ghoul arm, and you can see there's like a gash on it, where he may have like extracted some of the flesh from his own arm. It was a wild idea, I mean, fuck, that hurts a lot, but it worked. And I'm wondering, we do this, I might have to take a bigger chunk, but I could maybe figure out how to do the thing, that you wanted.
Well, sounds like we should do that in a minute. Well, once you've fully prepared yourself and gotten a lot more practice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I need a lab. Can you get me a lab?
I have plans for acquiring one.
That would be great. If you could get me a lab, so I'm not like, sitting on tray tables in a back alley and people staring at me, and I'm starting up conversations with random people and learning all about, like the I don't know anymore. Do you have a place here? Can I crash?
I don't have a place here yet.
Okay. Where did you come from then if you walked from upstairs? Are you sleeping with somebody?
I don't have a place as in I don't have my own place. This is just a...
You are sleeping with somebody. I know it, man. I knew it.
This is just an apartment.
Aren't we in the kicked in? I thought We're in the kicked in. Where am
Room,
I, dude?
apartment, whatever.
Where's my car? I was
Illian,
a
I'll find
car.
Illian, I will get you. I will find you a place to have a lab in the next few days. I'll let you know, but you need to go sleep off whatever the hell you drank because let me tell you, it's something fucked up.
Oh, okay. You know you're always looking out, uh, uh, and he'll just vomit like all over the place, on the
Yo,
table, down onto the floor, just all down his front side. The little rats just kind of like swirling around in it.
lovely.
Picks up like a little snowball of vomit and tosses it Illian. Oh man, oh, I feel so much better now. I could have another drink.
You should go to sleep.
Levi, you're here, man. I didn't see you there. What's going on?
Illian, go up to sleep. You didn't sleep last night. I'll find a lab for you in a few days.
Yeah, lab. I'd love to have a lab. Can we get a lab?
Eventually.
Alien just passes out backwards onto the chair, sitting in his own vomit. The little rat creature steps up onto his lap and cuddles up.
Starts licking at the vomit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. How cruel to do this to him.
So what's Levi doing for the morning? I don't think if you were hungry, it might be delayed.
Yeah, if I was hungry, I don't think I'm hungry anymore. Uh, Levi is actually gonna go looking around for possibly a a place to buy.
Okay. Place to buy.
Like an actual small house with a basement that I can set up as a lab.
You step through the front doors of Fantasy Realtors. Our home is your home, is their little slogan next to the door. Little bell will ring as you enter through the doorway, and a bald gnome with a fat gray mustache. Look up. Hello there. How can I help you? Welcome to Fantasy Realtors.
Yes, I'm looking to purchase.
Our home is your home, sir.
I'm looking to find houses that are available. Small ones.
Oh, small houses. Are you into the tiny homes then,
I'm a,
are
s-
you?
I'm a student.
Oh, yes. Living on a minimal wage is it? I remember back in my day when I couldn't really afford much of 2 copper and I was looking for places, but usually that involved squatting. But what kind of tiny home are you looking for? Are you looking like a gnome home? We have some gnome homes. They're
I'm
wonderful.
looking for a normal human-sized home, just smaller. It doesn't need to be a large manor house or anything.
So a small house for humans, you say?
Yes. So just tell me what houses are available that are not fully gigantic manor houses.
Oh, well. We have many variety of small homes, tiny homes, oblong homes. We'll be very happy to help you. Have you ever worked with us before?
No, I've been out of town.
Oh, well. I'm certain. I'm glad you came in, and we're having a chance to chat. If you had been here just a few hours later, I'm sure my cohort Thaddios would have been here to take on your paperwork. But I'll be glad to help you this morning.
Levi says a prayer of thank every deity other than Fandara.
Mandragora
Thaddeus
shows
is
up.
late. Honestly, I think I prefer Mandragora to Thaddeus.
Wow.
Are you saying that you want Thaddeus to play as Mandragora?
So anyway, I'll say, can we go to the list of houses of it? Can you show me the list of houses available?
Oh yes, of course I can. Here, please have a seat. Would you like a drink? Maybe some mineral water, a little water with what do they call it? Mango or something cool and fun. The youngers are enjoying now. No water, I believe. You're not thirsty at all.
I'm not very thirsty now.
Ah, yes. Well, I am thirsty. I will have a drink. And he literally reaches into his vest pocket and pulls out a little flask and like takes a big old swig. So, tiny homes we're looking at here. So we will find you one. I know it. I have a feeling. He'll pull out this tome, and in it is just lists and lists of different addresses within Landing. And he'll start scanning them. Oh, 52 Brittlemore. Now, that's a wonderful house. Too bad about the last owner who died. Um, let's see here. Ah, all right. Here's one. Do you like the sights and sounds of the wharf?
Of the wharf?
Yes, of the wharf, or the fish. The smell of the fish kind of wafting into the morning dew smell in the room, and what I let's talk about this. What kind of location are you interested in? Are we mainly concerned about the size? We've talked about gnome homes and tiny human homes.
I'm mainly concerned about the price.
Price. Ah, well, why don't we work backwards on this? What is exactly your price you're looking for? Don't say free. I don't have that.
The price I'm looking for is a decent price.
1 gold.
Decent price, you say? Well, I
I'm
will.
looking for a cheap
Oh,
house
cheap, right? He'll
that
pull
is
out
not garbage.
a piece of chalk and he'll turn to a blackboard. He'll just kind of rub off the notes of some previous interested person. And he'll start making notes there. Well, look at tiny homes for human. Check. And we're looking for cheap, decent home. Right. Let's work with me here. Define cheap again. Are we talking like
You're the one that tell me though it's available.
right? All right, then that's fine. What is your profession, sir? It will help me identify exactly what
I'm an
kind of
adventurer.
money you have. Oh, shit. So, uh, listen, dude,
I
I
break things down
can't
professionally.
I can't do the accent anymore. Just tell me whether or not you can afford a mortgage or payments or whatever. How cheap are you? The guy's demeanor will literally just kind of like just drop like any facade of trying to like be real or whatever or
I can
unreal.
afford a house. I can afford a fairly large amount of gold, but I don't want to spend more gold than I have to. Therefore, just tell me what is your lowest prices, what your lowest but still good quality prices, and I will buy it or not. I will be able to afford it, however, no matter what you show me.
Okay. He will pull out the book quietly, looking at you, then looks to the book, starts flipping through pages. No, not that one. This one. All right. Um, Grind or rut? Does it matter?
Nope, does not.
All right. All right. Well, got a couple, but to be honest with you, the prices around here kind of come and go. Here's one you might be interested in. Now, it's probably a deal, maybe a steal, because I can't really tell where this contract came from. But there is this place on the south side of the grind, and this place was basically a bakery, and it was overrun with like rats. And as a result, the guy had to shut his business down, and he foreclosed, and they basically sold it really cheap. So if you want, we can take a walk over there, take a look at this place.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And before we even walk, I'm going to say this is probably about 1,200 gold.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's walk. He will grab a knapsack and a water skin, and will step out the front door, locking it after you leave with him, and you begin walking down this road. To Egg Carton Road.
All right.
And you come across a place that Levi has been before. This is Joshua's Big Bread, with a closed sign over the top of it.
That's an absolute shame.
Yep, this guy, he was doing a good little, bakery here. It's got a furnace inside. So, fancy yourself a baker, maybe even doing a little smithing. I'm sure some things can be worked in that. But it's got pretty solid access to the sewer system. As you can see, he'll walk you into the front door, and on the inside, it's kind of just has a weird smell in the air. You're not exactly sure what it is. You're not sure if it's a baked-in smell or a dripping smell or growing from somewhere smell. But he'll wander in. Most of the furniture inside is pretty much gone. It's mostly bare walls and stone floor. He'll point to a ladder that goes up to the second floor. You've got kind of a large amphitheater room, I guess, or a large loft room. And from that space, obviously, you can make that into a bedroom or whatever else you want. He'll walk over and there. Here you have a study. It's a small one, but it's good size. Whatever. Here we have the back kitchen area, and mind your step there. There's a large grate there into the sewer system. And like I said, I'm sorry about the smell. It's probably kind of wafting up from down there. Something's been jammed down there, I think, for a while, and it's just really not been helping. And the back room over here, we got some storage and what have you. So, if you're interested, I can
Take it.
pull the pick. What?
I'll take it.
You'll take it. Oh,
You said it was about 1,200 gold, correct?
yes. Yeah.
I'll take it.
He'll just kind of smile. Well, hot damn, man! I knew this was going to be a wonderful morning. Let's go back. We'll finish up the paperwork together. I'm sure I can get it done without my partner Thaddios really having to double check it all. But we'll see what we can do to knock that out. You ready?
Absolutely.
He'll wander you back over to Fantasy Realtors. And once you arrive, you will spend about 20 minutes filling out some papers, some incidentals, some paperwork to show that you won't try to sue them if in fact a ghost may or may not appear in your residence, and a couple other standard landing required papers for registration of the home. And after exchange of the money, which I'm assuming you have on you, and you hand to him, he will hand you a set of brass keys. Well, it was a pleasure doing business with you, sir.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
He'll
Thank
shake
you for patronage. If I need to buy anything else, I'll be coming back.
Oh, most excellent. Thank you. Someone else will come to the door. Oh, hello, sir. Yeah, full-on fake accent kicks in. Oh, yes, and he'll look at you and wink. And you head out.
Yep. Prouder of a new place.
A 1-bedroom bakery.
It's got a loft, so
Yeah, it's got enough for a lab.
yeah.
And for cremating the bodies.
Oh boy.
That is not what's going to happen. Okay. Maybe it is what's going to happen.
It's totally possible.
It all depends on Illian at this point.
Across town, let's see, where is it? Audrey is Audrey here?
She is.
So Audrey is working in Bantam Roots, and the front door opens. A little bell rings, and Ellen will ask, "Oh, can you handle this? I need to go ahead and run over to the next door neighbors, see if they have something. I'll be right back."
Oh, sure.
A young woman, maybe mid-20s, like shape of a stick, will wander in with a bag, and she will kind of dump the bag onto the counter. Excuse me, ma'am. I came here last week and I bought some seeds, and I think there's something wrong with them.
You bought some seeds?
Seeds,
Okay.
yes, seeds.
What kind of seeds did you buy?
Well, they apparently they're magic seeds, and I'm not sure if I'm okay with that because I don't know if I can eat these. It. I mean, they grew. They're so big, and she'll pull out 2 cantaloupes and hold them in front of herself and say, "Look at these melons. They're massive. Are these okay?"
Do they just look like standard cantaloupe?
Yeah, like 2 cantaloupe.
They look like cantaloupe melons, yes. I'm not sure what.
But they're so large. How could they be so large in such amount of time? I've never had this happen before. Is this okay? Are they okay to eat?
Well, I suppose them growing that quickly. You said you were here a week ago?
Yes. Oh, just a week ago, and I received a packet of melon seeds, and these just bloomed. Feel these, or feel this melon. Is it firm? I don't know if this is the right.
You could go ahead and set those on the counter. Let me check our logbooks real quick and just see if maybe there was some sort of mix-up or something.
Oh, okay. She'll set her melons down on the table.
Heaves them.
I'm gonna go through the book and see if there is anything about selling seeds of any sort to somebody that would match the description of like melon or something.
Yes, there are. There is a log of some seeds being sold, and in the same in the same one was also a elixir of growth, basically, that was bought as a fertilizer.
Oh, okay. It looks like when you purchased the seeds, you also received an elixir of growth, I think it says. Did you use that on the seeds themselves?
Uh, oh, uh, I yes, I believe so. Was I not supposed to?
Oh, well, that would just explain why they would grow so quickly. It was an elixir of growth that would cause things to grow larger or quicker.
Oh. She stares at the melons on the counter, and then just kind of like for a moment glances kind of herself over and looks around and like, can I ask a quick question? Does that only work on the melons, or could it work on a person? I'm just asking for a friend.
Give me 1 minute and let me look and see if I have a book on that. Yeah, just a sec. Do we have a book on potions?
Good question. Probably, but it's going to be like a very generic kind of book. If you'd like, give me a skill roll related to your kit for herbalism. Actually, you have potion making skill if I
I have
recall,
an
right?
alchemist. I have
Right.
proficiency in alchemy supplies, yes.
Okay.
What should I roll for that, though?
Do you have? You should have an alchemist kit, similar to doing other like lock picking or any other kind of kit roll for a skill.
I don't have a kit per se. I just have proficiency, and in the window, it just has a question mark, and then under attribute, it says query.
Ah, okay.
I would say it's usually wisdom, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be wisdom.
Um, you know, apparently to the book, it's pretty much just living matter. So it could be a creature, it could be a plant. It doesn't really qualify one or the other. You think it'd be doable? I mean, but you don't know what would grow or how she'd grow.
Results may vary.
Yeah. I mean, she might have massive feet when done.
Okay, well, it looks like it would work on any living matter, so I imagine it would work on humans or elves or any race in general. However, there's no specification on length of time or how exactly it would affect a person. It could be an entire person growing to several feet tall, or maybe one particular part, say an arm. So I can't give you a full yes, it's okay. I imagine it would work. I just don't know to what extent or how long.
If okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So then these melons, you think they're okay?
Um, I mean, they seem to be okay. I would stick with maybe only eating a small portion at first, and then if you feel fine by tomorrow, then they're probably okay.
Okay. She smiles and rounds the melons up into her bag and heads out the front door. Ding ding.
At least that was better than that other lady that came in.
Sometime later, Ellen will return. So, I really like that sign that your robot friend, or armored guy or whatever, painted up front. It seems to get a lot of response.
Oh, yeah, he does a really good job. And he is a guy who just wears really big armor. Quick question. If someone
Yeah.
were to, say, use an elixir of growth on some seeds that sprouted very quickly and grew fruit, would that fruit be okay to eat?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, they might have some gas or something. I don't know. Just all depends. Sometimes those elixirs, it doesn't really stop. So it just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of moves on to other stuff. So who knows? Should be fine.
Okay.
Why are you, are you wanting to?
Oh, no.
What?
I mean, I could. I have ways of growing plants with magic. There just was a lady that came in. She had a question. I answered her as best I could from what I can find in the books. And she seemed happy, so.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so Audrey, we haven't spoken about this, and I really appreciate you working here. How are you liking this place? Are you happy here in Landing?
Oh, um, I mean, it's got a lot of people, um, but it's fine. I mean, I like the shop and all, and my group is here. As far as I know, well, most of them. Anyway, I still haven't found Anna or Charlie.
Oh, I don't know who those are. Are those is that the kid that was here that one time?
I'm trying to remember if he was actually here or not. I don't remember.
I believe he and
Yeah, he was.
Audrey came out. Or sorry, Aleen, Anna, and Charlie came.
Okay. Yeah, he was the little boy. Anna is the one who's got red hair, but it's short and it's kind of curly and kind of sticks out, kind of around the sides and back. I mean, it's really a cute haircut. I don't think I could pull it off. But she went missing without a word to anybody, and Charlie had kind of adopted her as his mom, and so he got upset, and he's disappeared as well.
Well, I'm sure they'll go around. Things about Landing is it's a real hard place for people who they come here and they don't really know where they came from and they really don't know where they're going to, and so it's a hard adjustment for some. Many they kind of find a new place, but others, they're just kind of, oh, maybe tortured or constantly longing for something they can't understand, like a memory that's just out of reach. And they go on a wander, kind of like a long walk to go find themselves. So maybe they just went on a walk.
That's rather optimistic of you. I hope so. Anyway, is there any other painting or anything that you wanted done, like the front of the shop or anything?
Say that one more time.
Is there any other like painting or anything you wanted done, like we did on the front of the shop?
Oh no, I think this is just great what he did at the front, and I don't think there's really anything else. I mean, of course, if if you'd like to, paint something on the interior and brighten this place up, maybe some nice greens and whites or whatever. I mean, that would really kind of make it, let's just spark, wouldn't it?
It would look rather nice. I can ask him the next time I see him.
Okay. All right. Edouart,
Yes.
your class is assembling. This is, one of the last classes before the big test. And so everybody's kind of like on nerves a little bit of making sure they, they're really, they're ready and prepared. They're working hard. The school as a whole has been really busy, and this is kind of like that mid-semester kind of spot when everybody's just on fire, if you will. Not literally, well, some, but the focus there for many is about studying and getting through their classes and whatever, and they take this next big test. It's a really big moment for some, to be able to shine and show off and move on to the next class. So the class is slowly forming, and different students begin entering, and I'm going to pick some random people to role play some students. So be prepared in a second here.
Gerry with a G is ready.
Gerry,
What?
please.
Why, hello there.
Yes. The headmaster will walk in the door, eyeballing the room as if inspecting it for this time of year. It's a very important time of year, if I remember saying just a minute ago. And he is eyeballing the students as they enter, sizing some up quite literally with measuring tape for some, taking notes in his book, whatever those notes are, and potentially scanning, maybe even auditing the class.
Headmaster, and I'll wave towards him and kind of gesture to come inside.
Let's take a look around here then.
Sir, are you going to be auditing the classroom today? It's the big day. It can get quite messy, so if you need to, I have your custom power armor in the closet here ready. We've even scrubbed the viscera off from the last exam.
One moment. So, who you thought was the headmaster is not the headmaster. You've misidentified him, Whiskey Edward, whatever your name is. That is, in fact, the head of the administration department
For the other college.
Yep.
for the other college, Sir
Oh!
Master Nathaniel Abertnathy.
Mm-hmm.
Which also makes our scene the other day weird too.
He wears many hats.
Yeah, he's quite talented.
He's
Paperwork
going.
has no bounds.
He is going to enter the room, and he's going to walk up to your character, Edward, and go, "No, not the headmaster. Not since he took his last leave of absence over 15 years ago. Oh boy. No. Here I'm just the assistant dean of this college.
Oh my! How could I make such a mistake, Assistant Dean? Hold
Good.
on, let me go to the other closet to get the other power armor.
Oh no, I don't need any power armor, young man. But I do think that we are supposed to be doing exams today. Is this correct? Preparations.
Would you like at least the official school poncho?
No, thank you. And he's gonna go over to the desk and start looking for the itinerary, and he's gonna be like, "This is an absolute mess." And he's gonna like straighten the single paper that was crooked, and then he's gonna like shake his head and just be like, "Disgusting." And he's going to look upon all the students in the classroom. He's gonna go, "Well, what is it you do here anyway?"
Some
You think we're
days I
supposed to be actually learning something here?
some
I don't
days
know, though. I don't pay attention.
So, what is the class supposed to be? There is supposed to be some idea that you do something in this room.
Guy holds up an egg that is vibrating insanely. We made this!
And what exactly is that?
This is butt plug.
Shh, don't tell him that.
Don't touch it, Headmaster Assistant.
He's gonna flip open what he assumes is the itinerary and start going through it. And he's gonna be like, "What is this?" As he flips through the pages. I see. So you're supposed to be doing exams at some point in the future, correct?
The door will open, and a blue-haired gnome will rush inside, goggles on her head. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was today. Today's a big day, isn't it? Or is this next week? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm here in class. It's great. I love this class. Hi, who are you? My name's Sprocket.
Abertnathy's gonna blink down at her and go, "And exactly what class is this, Sprocket?"
Oh, you don't know what class this is? He doesn't know what class this is. Mr. Ed, you didn't tell him what class this is? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's kind of embarrassing. This is, hold on, I will remember. I know I have it. Hang on, just a second. Hey, did you get that egg thing to vibrate? That's really weird. Why would you do that?
For my side job.
Oh, right, it's Artificer 101.
You're gonna see Abertnathy's face immediately like droop. And he's gonna go, "Oh, Artificer.
What's wrong with that? We make really cool little things and it's great, and they walk around the room and
make things.
What?
You have to make things to do jobs because you can't just do it yourself. You're too lazy to figure it out."
But if you have several things to do several different jobs, then you can do another job and get several things done at the same time.
No. And with that, he's going to point a finger at you, and the word "no" is just going to appear on your forehead.
Does she feel anything?
No, it's there. It's just there now.
Great. She's gonna run over and hop up into her seat.
What class is that?
He's gonna narrow his eyes at you. That's simple, basic magic.
Well,
Real magic.
man, I wish there was a class here that taught that.
Me too.
I mean, this is a magic school. I'm sure you could take that class. You just signed up for the wrong class if this isn't what you want.
I want all the things!
Oh, well, see, I've already passed Advanced Magic 303, but nothing taught me how to put somebody's, just a name on or a word on somebody's forehead like that.
Like what?
Does anyone want to tell her?
Jerry's not responding back.
Abertnathy's not going to tell her.
This is great. Wait till she gets to work tonight.
So, besides your vibrating adult pleasure piece, what have you created in here that does something?
Be right back.
Well, somebody shocked another person. I
That
think.
was also me!
Why did you shock them?
They gave me a thing that I cranked up, and you could shock people. It was awesome! Guy took a bath with it.
That doesn't sound advisable.
It definitely wasn't.
Wait,
I
did
think
you
he
fill out
died.
your potential suicide forms before you did that?
Oh, we signed all those when we came to class. First
Oh,
day.
good. Very
Yeah,
good. Very good.
there were a bunch of forms in addition to all the normal forms when they took up the artificer class.
Abertnathy is going to visibly shudder with pleasure. Good. Paperwork, gentlemen and ladies, is the only truth and consistency in this world. That and artificery is worse than real magic in every way.
Oh, assistant headmaster, while you're here, perfect timing. And Edouart will reach into the desk drawer and pull out a huge stack of forms. Gerry, these
Jerry
are
does
for
not
you.
respond.
And I will put the stack on your desk.
My name's Gerry with a J, not with a G.
No, that's not what the roster says. We should have had it corrected on the first day. Sorry. Your name is officially Gerry with a G now, and we've already submitted that to the council.
Abertnathy is going to check the roster. Is there a Gerry with a G on there?
There is.
Yes, because his name is actually Jerry with a G, but Whiskey spent the entire last time he was here calling him Jerry with a J.
No, I wrote down, you said Gerry with a J, so I wrote down Gerry with a G in my notes.
I thought it was the opposite.
No, I put everybody's name down as a troll, though. Lunaga's was Does It Matter, and Huma was Axel, and then he said Axel, though, and then so I just wrote it down as Axel, though.
Axel,
So
don't call me late for
he's going to
supper.
look at the half-orc Gerry, and he's going to go, He's going to narrow his eyes at you, and then he's going to he's going to reach into his sleeve, and he's going to pull out a very, very tiny filing cabinet and place it on the desk. And then he's going to put his glasses on, and he's going to pull open the filing cabinet and start sifting through it at rapid speed, just like this minuscule toy-sized filing cabinet. And he's going to stop, and he's going to look up at Gerry and go, I don't have any records for a Gerry with a G. And he's just going to glare at you.
That's because the professor there filled out the paperwork wrong.
Correction, he's not a professor, he's a teacher's assistant. Thank you very much.
Teacher's assistant filled out the paperwork wrong.
No, assistant headmaster, if you check form subsection J, you'll see that we officially had his name changed to Gerry with a G.
It doesn't matter what's going on. The roster says Gerry with a G right here, which means there needs to be a Gerry with a G's paperwork in my files. And so since there's not a Gerry with a G's paperwork in my files, then Gerry with a G cannot take this class.
Well, I don't think this credit is worth it, so I'll just go switch to another class then.
Oh, he doesn't understand. Class, move away from Gerry with a G, please, for your own safety.
Sprocket will hop down and move a table further away.
None of you will move, actually.
Or not.
One moment while I confer with the GM for a second.
Oh god, are you guys
Yep, yep.
gonna kill Gerry?
We have to extract the knowledge from your head that you've illegally learned.
And had no paperwork to own.
I was not I was not planning on
I,
getting drunk tonight, but I think I'm gonna start.
I just want
That's
to
probably
point
a good
out
idea.
that I tried to have your name officially changed to match the records for the class.
So what you guys will see is Abertnathy will disappear, like he's just gone. And then as you look around the room, you'll suddenly notice that he's standing right where Gerry's desk was sitting. And there is a doorway in the floor, and he's speaking into the doorway as he holds the paperwork. And he goes, "You can come out when you fill it out." And he drops the paperwork into the hole and then shuts the door, which then immediately vanishes.
I'm so sorry, Spar. I miss you.
It's okay. The voice does not do me on throat wonders.
You've been put in the void until you finish your paper.
Paperwork is very serious.
Accurate paperwork.
Accurate paperwork.
So just after that happens, the door will open. Axel will walk in, look around for his desk, turn to go walk away. Because his desk is now gone. He was sitting by Gerry.
No, just Gerry's. Just Gerry's
Just
desk
Gerry.
is
Oh,
gone.
just Gerry? Oh, I thought his
Yeah,
desk had
just
disappeared as well.
yeah, just Gerry
Poor
is
guy.
gone
What's
into
he
the
gonna
hole.
write with on?
Oh, everything he needs in there. That's my
Oh,
personal supply room.
Creepy. So Axel will walk in and kind of walk over to his desk, put a box on top of the table, and just look up at the guy in robes and be like, "Why are you standing on the table?"
Because I'm the assistant dean.
Cool.
Very. Now take your seat.
Where do you want me to take it? Can I sit in it?
To his designated location.
Excellent. He'll sit in his chair and push the box just kind of off to the side on the corner of the desk and put his head into his elbow and just kind of start getting ready to fall asleep.
He's going to pick up his small filing cabinet, having already checked all the other names on the list against their paperwork in the same time that he determined
on a second.
Gerry's was not in there.
That means every single name is incorrect.
Is it?
Says who?
Yes, because Whiskey
Nope.
wrote
Under
down the
mine,
wrong names on.
paperwork distinctly says it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like Whiskey specifically took for the initial paperwork every name incorrectly.
Technically, there's three names that are correct.
Whose?
There's a Sprocket spelled SPR. Well, also he hasn't been told whoever's names anyone is. So the only reason he knows Gerry with a G doesn't have his paperwork is because he was told it was Gerry with a G. He actually doesn't know anybody else in here. He just knows he has the right amount of people for the right amount of paperwork.
Sprocket's name was somewhere in that word vomit she threw at him when she came in.
Yes, and he has a Sprocket gnome on his list. A Sprocket gnome, a Gerry with a G half orc, a Does It Matter human, a Jeff with a G human, an Axel though human, and a Stefan human. He's got the right amount of names for the right amount of paperwork. Actually, are we missing a Stefan?
Did
We
he ever
are.
make it past the first class?
Yeah,
He
didn't one of them die?
He was still laying in the room when we left.
He was alive when we
Turn
left.
the lights out.
He was alive when we left.
We asked him to turn the lights out when we left.
Fantastic.
He may have been
We-
standing in a metal tub of water with a little electric generator dropped in it.
That's the one then, yeah.
I thought he just shocked him with like a stun gun while he was standing in the water.
No, Lunaga dropped it in the
Oh,
water.
he actually, I see this now. There's actually a note on the desk that says one of the students was electrocuted in the first week and is no longer attending.
You're welcome.
Surprisingly,
So he does have the right amount of paperwork for the students he's supposed to have. And he's very happy with this.
it's a good thing I took notes.
All right. So now that that's out of the way and everyone else seems to be in order, what else have you done in your artificing class? Gnome, Sprocket.
Yes, that would be me. So the first day we got this cool little device that we got to rev up, and it kind of made some like electrical sparks and things, which was really cool. And we learned that water and metal conduct electricity really, really well. Poor Stefan. We also learned that wood did not, because that's what we had to use to push Stefan out of the tub, and then he laid on the floor, and then we told him to turn the lights off when we left. So he was fine, right? I'm sure he's fine. We just haven't seen him since, so he's probably just, I don't know. Anyway, we've done some tinkering with little things here and there. I don't know what that guy made over there. That's really weird, and it kind of creeps me out, and I don't really want to talk about it or look at it, so I'm not sure what to do with it. But anyway.
Sprocket.
Jiggles it at her.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. Give me a sec.
Yes, please.